Hi everyone, I'm back and I have this fun tutorial. So I did a vote on Instagram after I had done this box, and most of you, I would say 75% of you, wanted a tutorial on a smaller version. So this is what I did. Now I made this a little different because this one has its own little like tuck in, so you don't really need to put anything to hold it. And also this one, I'm actually showing my papers off a bit. So you can see here, I made it high and it still looks nice with the cover. I love it, but I did wish I had made it a little shorter so I could show off the paper. So also in my previous one, someone asked if this could stand, and it stands okay. It's a little wobbly. So this one isn't gonna stand that great because it's top heavy, but you do have the option to actually flip this. So like mine's going like this, right? I mean, it's kind of standing, but it will lean back. But if you do it this way, after we complete the tutorial, it will stand. It's just that your papers won't show and it will look more like this height. So it's up to you. If you want to show your papers off and you want this a little short, you can use this side. Otherwise, all you're doing is like flipping it. I'll show you as we go along. So I'm using my beautiful paper. Look at how gorgeous this is. And again, I'm also using 6 pockets here, right? Which this is really simple. This is a more simple version than the last time I made because I'm doing that trick we had used in a previous tutorial. But if you're really filling this up, you probably don't want all of these pockets. You might just want like 4 of them so you can really spread it and add like chunky things if you're making embellishments and things like that. All right, so let's get started on the basic, which is going to be just the cover, right? That's what we want, is the measurements for that. So I'm going to be using, hold on, let me see. Okay. So I can put this in my profile, but just so you know, it's going to be the 110-pound weight. This is what I use. I just went and I got more, but it looks colored, so it doesn't look cardstock, but it is in fact cardstock. It's just 110-pound weight. All right, so let's get started on this. Okay, so we're going to be using a 4.5 by 9-inch cardstock paper, okay? And we're going to go ahead and score it at 2.5 and 4 inches at the 9-inch score. So 2.5. I'm sorry, 2.5 and 4. Did I say that? 2.5 and 4. Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be the bottom part. So you can see right here. Go ahead and score that. So this is the part that's going to kind of be sitting just like that, and then the stuff goes inside. Now let's do the lid portion. And again, you can flip this around and I'll show you when we're done. So this is going to be 4.5 by 7 inches. Okay. And then at the 7-inch score, we're going to score it at 2 and 3.5 inches. Okay, let's just do those score lines. So the longer part is obviously going to be where the lid is kind of folding over. So let's put this away for a minute. So here's my lid, and then my bottom portion, and this part's easy because we're just connected. Just know the longer part goes in the front. And we're just going to go ahead and glue that on, or try to. So I actually like this one too. It does feel just as solid, and it's just really cute. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue that on and put it on here. Okay, so it's going to go like that. You see what I'm saying? So this is what I mean. This is the option you have. You can do it this way or this way. If you do it the opposite way I'm doing it, it'll stand better. If you do it this way, like I said, it's going to be a little top heavy, but I want to show my papers off. So just for reference, the longer piece on my version is going to go on the top. All right. Now, how should I do this? Should we go ahead and decorate it first and then do the pockets? Or let's do the pockets, because then it will just be easy as we go along. Okay, so we're gonna have 3 8x8 papers. So this is perfect. This project is perfect for your 8x8 paper pads if you have them. I cut mine down, and this is gonna be really simple. So let me show you. So I've already done 2 of them here, and I'm just gonna do 1 with you guys. So I'm not on repeat, right? Okay, so all I'm gonna do is score at the half an inch score right here. So it doesn't matter, it's just a matter of where you're, because it's 8x8, so whatever way your paper's facing. And this is just gonna be a trick, so just fold a half inch score. And then we're just going to fold this over here. Now, of course you can score it, but this is just too easy. Just make it even and do that. And basically we're going to fold this up. Now, this gets messy when paper is kind of thick. So for myself, you can either go ahead and like score it here at the 4-inch score, or you can even open it just to give you that line. So make sure it's the opposite end when you turn your paper. And then just FYI, it's the 4-inch for those in caption. And that just makes it easier to fold so your thing doesn't get all wrinkly. But we're just gonna go ahead and fold it back so when you fold it, you see inside. So go ahead and glue that or tape it. And then you should have like this little pipe going on. And you will fold it up. So anyway, you want to do that 3 times. So now we don't have to, you know, build those pockets. This is so much easier, right? Okay, another thing you might want to do also is maybe make your punches now so that they kind of line up. So I'm gonna go ahead and thumb notch mine. I mean, you don't have to do this part, but if you want to, just kind of like that. So you have an eyeball. I honestly didn't even do that. I just kind of went in here and just did it in the middle because it's not too noticeable. When it's in there, because they're gonna all be spread out anyway. Let's see how I did. Not too bad, not perfect, but not too bad. All right, so let's put our little 3 pockets aside, which actually turns into 6. And again, if you're doing something chunky, maybe just do 2 of these so that when it's in the album, it will just kind of go like, you know, trying to do it. It'll just spread out more like that. So you can add more in there and just, it'll have this accordion effect to it. All right, so let's cover this beauty up. All right, this was kind of a lot of pieces again, so just bear with me. All right, so let's start with the top. Let's do the top. So the top cover is going to be 4 1/4, so 4 1/4 width and 3 1/4 height. Okay, so that's going to go here, and then it's going to go over here. And I do want to show you the options when I'm finished with this with the pockets, so you can understand in case you didn't understand what I meant. Oops, this is upside down, isn't it? Sorry. All right. There's that. Honestly, the thing that took me forever is just measuring this. You know, measuring the paper to cover this. So technically, you could just do this and throw it on scrap paper if you don't want it to be durable. But I just feel like with these pockets, and also you can use single-sided paper with this, it just makes it a lot better. So you see, now let's do the bottom piece right here. So the bottom cover is going to be, and they're all going to be the width of 4 1/4. So just know that I just messed with the height because it's the width of it. So it's going to be 2 1/4 height, 2 1/4. Oh, I'm sorry, not two of them, just one of them. Because you're not going to see that part if you want to cover that part, but I promise you really don't need it, because look, when you do this, you see, it's like glued on there. You have to like, they have to be like, oh, and have to look in there, and they're probably not going to do that. So just use one of these. All right, and let's do the back and the front. So this portion right here is going to be, we're going to have two of them, which is going to be 4 1/4 by 4 3/4. And I'm just going to go ahead and put that down. Use this one. It broke my heart to have to use some of this double-sided because I only have so much paper and I didn't know what side to use, but I wanted to make it different than the first one. So that one's a little jagged, so I'm going to put this on the bottom so no one can see it. Because I've gone to the craft store twice, you guys, and forgot my blades. I need to order them online because I give up my cutting blades from my Fisker. Yep. I just cannot believe I've gone this long without it. All right, and putting that on here. Now we're going to do these little pieces here. So we're going to do 4 of those. And that's going to be 4 1/4 by 1 1/4. So let's kind of just see how it's going to look. So we'll start with that top right here. Why does this look shorter? Oh no, I hope I didn't cut this wrong. I did cut that one wrong. Shoot, maybe I'll put that one on the bottom. But the measurements are correct. It's just I cut my paper wrong. One here, one here. Please be right. Okay, this one's okay. Whew. Because I only have so much of this paper. All right, and then this one. And then putting it in the bottom here. Okay, and then this is on the bottom. Now, again, mine's going to be shorter because I messed up. So if you don't tell, I won't tell, okay? All right, so there's that. Now, let's do the pockets, which is super easy. So again, I want to show my paper off. So I'm going to put mine in like this, but it's going to be top heavy. For those who want it to stand, just flip your album around. Obviously, make sure your paper's the right way, but let me show you how it looks. See how it looks? So it's going to be a lot. You're not going to see the paper as much, but it will stand better for you. So I'm going to flip this around, not to confuse anyone, and just know my shorter side is on the bottom. All right, now I'm going to, what am I going to do? Oh yeah, I'm going to tape this. So let's tape these. Depends, like it just, so like the lower you put it, the more it's going to kind of like open on top. The more you put up, it's, I don't know. I just kind of put mine in the middle. And then let's see how it pulls. So it'll pull like that. So let's just do all of them. I think before I stuck this on and then did it, but, and make sure they're kind of in the same spot, because if you don't put the tape in the same spot, it will open differently. Like one will be opening just different. I don't know how to explain it. The opening on the top will be weird. All right, so there's 3 of them. Now, you can either start in the back or the front. The reason why I'm starting in the front is because this is lower. So make sure when you do this, because we're going to be tucking this in, you don't want your tape to be on the top. Make sure it's kind of low so it doesn't interfere with your closure. It doesn't have to be this low. I don't even know why I did this low. So I'm putting it on here. But you see, so when we tuck it in, that's going to slip in. You don't want the tape to be in the way, or else your lid will like do that. So there's that. And I want to show you what actually, oh, I should have put that in the middle because now I'm going to have green and green. Okay, so, this for reference is going to be 4 of them. So let me see. Actually, this isn't going back too much. You might have to do the other one. Maybe I should have done this one first. I was going to say, if you want to do less, you can pull this back, but, oh, this one's sticking, that's why. But I don't know if it's going to pull back that much, you guys. You might have to do the 3 pockets. Anyway, maybe it's probably because I put my tape too high, but no, you could stretch it. You just have to do it right. I don't want to break it, so I'm going to keep going and put on the 3rd one. Let me see how it looks if I put this higher. Maybe it'll stretch more because it's not holding onto the bottom. So it might be a little different. So yeah, actually, duh. If you want it to have just 2, put the tape more higher because then you can stretch out the bottom. You see how the bottom is stretching? Here I put it too low and it's sticking. So if you want that extra wiggle room, make sure you put it higher. All right, that is my science lesson for the day. All right, and I'm going to put this over here, which is going to go on the back. I'm going to get this tape up. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to just kind of take my finger and put it in here and rub it on there. So voila! Looks so nice, right? And colorful and beautiful. So now that's driving me crazy. I should have done that, but okay, so here it is totally open. So yeah, you can see how much better it is. I forgot about that because the last album I put it higher. You definitely want that room on the bottom. And then you close it. So let me show you now. Nothing's in it. It actually does stand. It's just, if you have it this way, it stands way better. It's not flimsy. This way, when you fill it, it will be kind of wobbly. So don't say I didn't warn you, okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and just add some cuties on here. What did I do to this thing? So I do love this. So I'm just going to go ahead and put love. Maybe add a pretty sticker here. Oh my goodness, I literally just did this upside down. Guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry about that. My lid is here. I was wondering why I had so much space on the bottom because last time I didn't. All right, let's try that again. Here. And then I'll just show you what I did. And of course you could do the cute little bead trick. I'm just showing you some fun things you can add. Your little dots in here, which came with this kit. And look, I had a little embellishment in here. This is an old school embellishment I just found. Remember these, you guys? So put that in there. Just to show you that you could add a little chunk in there. Oh my goodness, I just ripped my album apart. For fun, just like these wax seals in here. And then I've just got, like, if you're doing pictures or photos, you can just, I added this glitter just to give it a little zing when I was doing this. So, and then look, I also, the reason why I made this higher is because sometimes you want your little things, your pretty little plastic things to show when you're, you know, doing a swap or something. So I left this a little higher on purpose so things could stick out. So there you go. And you can even add some dangles or whatever, but it comes out so cute, you guys. I love this one. I love it as much as this one, but you see the size. So just for comparison, I literally almost did a half size. So it's not so bulky. And I don't know, it's just something different and it's easier to make this one. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys like this one. I don't know what I'm going to make next. I told you guys my brain is like fried. But I will probably go to an older tutorial and just kind of wing that and see how it goes. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys.